When we think about the topic of diversity, equity, and inclusion, we should probably first think through the mental models that are deeply embedded in our old survival instincts. These instincts allow us to make real-time assessments about our surroundings by making assumptions about how things work. These assumptions are based on our comprehension of information and experiences that we've previously acquired. For example, that metal is glowing red. Previous experiences have taught me that metal does that when it's hot. Therefore, it isn't safe for me to touch any metal that's glowing red. Also, in the absence of direct knowledge, our uniquely human mental abilities allow us to imagine what something might be like based on experiences abstracted from something similar or nearly related. The downside is mental models function through generalization. Unchecked, they allow us to become intellectually lazy by seeing only the things we expect to see. We are unable to detect and absorb information unique to a situation because we assume, often subconsciously, we have all the data we need to make the conclusion. This is profoundly limiting. Here's an old Zen story that I think illustrates the point. A martial artist student went to train with an exceptional master. Each time the master began instructing, the student proudly demonstrated a similar technique that he'd learned elsewhere. Finally, in frustration, the master stopped for tea. As he poured the tea into the student's cup, it began to overflow. The student spoke up. "What are you doing? It's already full." The master stopped and said, "You've come here to learn, yet you are like this cup. When I attempt to teach, you demonstrate all that you have learned before. Like this cup, there's nothing I can add to you. In order to accept what I offer, you must empty your cup. You must look and listen as if for the first time." In the same way, when we empty our perceptual cups, we are free to see and understand things as they are, not through a lens of preconceived notions masquerading as an absolute truth founded on generalized mental models. When we interact with others in the world with absolute confidence that what we perceive is exactly the same as what is, we miss the point that our perception is not reality. Perception is a capability that exists on a spectrum defined by our ability to reconcile multiple perspectives beyond a single self-originating vantage point. It is a capability that expands in proportion to our willingness to empty our cups and embrace information beyond mental models that may be outdated or worse, inaccurate. When we fail to empty our cups, our perceptions lead to inaccurate judgments and exclusionary behaviors. However, when we make a habit of emptying our cups, we expand our awareness and venture beyond mental model behaviors that are based on old reptilian brain instinctual reactions. Through this expanded awareness, we open the door to neocortex-based behaviors that lead us to see and embrace diversity. In turn, our actions manifest as expressions of equity and inclusiveness.